Hi, this is Diane. I'm your sales director, and I want to share with you why you want to have a kickoff party. First of all, congratulations on starting your Mary Kay business. Your kickoff party is really, really important. I can't stress to you enough, doing a launch party is amazing. So grab a piece of paper. There's some really key points I want you to jot down. Number one is decide to have one. So you're going to want to call your recruiter right now and ask her what date she's available, because you're going to want her there to help cheer you on and to help you do your actual kickoff launch party. So definitely you want to decide to have one and pick a date ASAP. The number two thing you're going to do is you're going to take a sheet like this or whatever you have that you're making your list on, and I want you to come up with at least 75 people that you know. You know 75 people. Check your phone, check your Facebook contacts. You know 75 people. It could be relatives, it could be friends. It may not even be people that are local to you. It might be your Aunt Irene in Idaho. That's okay. If you know them, write them on your list. Okay, so you're going to make your list of at least 75 to 100 people. The third thing you're going to do is you're going to make an invitation. Here's an example of an invitation that we made on Pic Collage. Really, really simple. The things you want to put on one invitation typically are things like come and have fun, specifically words like come cheer me on. Another thing I'd love for you to put on there is I'd love your support. So those are things, I'd love your support and come cheer me on, that you can do. This is just a sample of what you can do for an invitation. You want to text or email or both that invitation out ASAP. You also want to text it out to everybody, even Aunt Irene in Idaho. You're thinking, but Diane, she won't come. That's okay if she can't come, but you want her to know you're in business. So you're going to send this invitation out, promise me, to a minimum of 40 people. 40. I want you to text or email the invitation out to 40 people, okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to, when you send that out, you're going to make a list. So you might take this, and as they RSVP back to you, you can put who are a yes. You're just going to make your own little columns. Who's a yes for your kickoff party? Who's a no? Who's a maybe? I usually put a question mark, and then I have a column called MIA, meaning missing in action. These are people who haven't responded to your text. They didn't say yes, they didn't say no, they didn't even say they got it. Okay, so then what's going to happen is a few days before your kickoff party, usually 3 to 4, your recruiter and I will be calling the people that are yeses and the maybes to thank them in advance for coming. And I can give you more details on that, but we'll be calling them to thank them in advance. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick list of the things you're going to want to have at your grand opening kickoff party. Number one is really simple food. If you can delegate it and grandma or your mom want to bake brownies or cookies or chips and salsa, make it simple. Number two is you're going to want a profile card. This and a name tag is all I give them when they walk in the door to the kickoff party. The profile card and some kind of a name tag so that everyone can know everyone's name. The third thing you're going to have for them, once they fill this out, then I give them a beauty book for them to look at while we're demonstrating, whether we do the product on their face or if it's a big group, we do it in the back of their hand. I do let them look at the beauty book as we're doing it because it really enhances and romances the product, and it doesn't let them go crazy shopping yet. Okay, then when I'm done with the presentation, then we also can give them a lookbook. But one of the most important things that you have, believe it or not, are these two things: tickets and your date book. So the way this works is that when they arrive on time or early to your party, let's say your party's at 6:30 p.m., if they arrive on time or early, then you give them 2 tickets. If they arrive like a minute late, they get 1 ticket. So there's an incentive for them to get there on time or early. Then at the end of the party, you are going to be sitting near the food with your date book and strips of 10 tickets. So you're going to tear off strips of 10 tickets. A whole bunch of them, a whole bunch of strips of 10, okay? And everybody who books a practice party with you from your kickoff party will receive 10 tickets. So if Susie or your aunt invites and she books, you get 10 tickets. She gets 10 tickets for booking the party. The reason why you're going to want to have your date book is your aunt is actually going to pick the exact date right then for her party. When she picks the date, you give her 10 tickets. And the second most important thing you're going to give her is her Hostess Packet. So if you want to book at least 6 parties from your kickoff party, you're going to want to make 6 of these packets. What's in a packet is the Hostess flyer on the front, and in the back is a lookbook there's some outside order forms, and I have all this on my app for you. Okay, it's just going to give you the lookbook, the outside order form, and some material. So when Aunt Irene from Idaho or whoever your girlfriend is, she books a party, you're going to give her 10 tickets and her Hostess Packet. Okay, and then last but not least, what you're asking is, what do they do with all these tickets, Diane? Well, what they're going to do is we're going to do a drawing, and you're going to make probably 2 little goodie bags. The goodie bags are really, really simple. These are some examples. You could put in a color card, maybe a primer sample. I always put in candy, maybe a mini mascara, or maybe a mini eye makeup remover. It doesn't have to be anything super expensive. They just like to win something. They want to just collect tickets. So I would make 2 goodie bags, one a little more substantial. So maybe this would be 1 goodie bag. And then in the second goodie bag, I might do something like a strip of lipstick, samples, and candy. So nothing outrageous. So here's how they collect tickets. To recap, they get a ticket for coming on time or early, 2 tickets. If they just show up, it's 1. If they book a party, they get a strip of 10 tickets. And they get a ticket for every $10 they purchase. So if they decide to buy a miracle set at your party, that's $95, they would get 9 tickets. Okay, so just to wrap up really quick, there's 3 reasons why women are going to come to your grand opening. Number 1 is they want to be there to support you. Your number 2 priority is to get bookings. You would love, if you have 8 people show up at your kickoff party, you want to ideally walk away with 6 bookings for parties. And the 3rd reason is to share the Mary Kay opportunity and to get sales. Okay, I hope this has helped, and I know you're going to have an amazing kickoff party.